Unit 1 Review, question number 40. Marcus is using the quantitative reasoning process to make a decision about his major at college. He is trying to decide between two majors. He finds the following data on the starting salary for graduates with each major. Major number 1 has a mean starting salary of $45,000, with a standard deviation of the starting salary of $2,000, and the 75th percentile for the starting salary of $48,000. Major number 2 has a mean starting salary of $45,000, a standard deviation of starting salary of $19,000, and the 75th percentile for starting salary at $68,000. Which of the following interpretations of these statistics is correct? 75% of graduates with major number 2 make over $68,000 per year. Right here we can see that the percentile of 75th percentile is 68,000. This means that 75% of those in major 2 make $68,000 or less, not above. So this is not correct. The top 25% of starting salaries are higher for graduates in major number 2 than major number 1. So because this is the 75th percentile, the top 25% of these two show that this one is actually much higher in the 25% above than the 25% here. So we're going to say, actually, yeah, that makes sense. The top 25 starting salaries are much higher for graduates number 2 in major number 2 than major number 1. But we'll continue going on to the other ones. The mean starting salary is higher for graduates in major number 2 than major number 1. We can see that the mean salary is actually the exact same, so that's not correct either. The highest salary made by graduates with major number 1 is $50,000 per year. That's not correct. We don't actually know how to what the highest salary is made by major number 1. Typically, the 99th percent goes 3 standard deviations above, which would be 3 times 2,000, which is 6,000. Adding it to 45 gives us 51,000, but that still doesn't give us the very top maximum number. And without the data points, we won't be able to know that. So again, not the correct answer. The last one, the starting salaries are less consistent for graduates in major number 1 than major number 2. The salaries here actually have a much less spread in major number 1 than major number 2. Major number 2 has a very high standard deviation, meaning that their starting salaries are much more diverse, and there will be some of them that are much lower than 45,000. This kind of ranges between one standard deviation goes 43, so 43,000 because it's 2,000 below, 2,000 above is 47,000. Most of these will start between 43 and 47. This has a much broader amount for the data points in major number 2. So again, that one's also not correct, and so the top 25% is the only correct answer here, and we can be done with the Unit 1 review. Good job!